think people are probably pretty familiar with what I think about Jeffrey Epstein. I do not think he committed suicide. Do you think he committed suicide?
In the case of his death, I really have kept an open mind because you have to consider I talked to the cellmate who insists that he killed himself.
Epstein's cellmate, his former cellmate, Nicholas Tartaglione, he was the one who claimed to have found the suicide note. Again, this is the suicide attempt that happened in July before the August 10th death.
I have Nick on my Substack who tells the whole story on audio, so you get to hear it in his own words. But essentially, he woke up in the middle of the night because, he felt like something kind of kick him in the cheek, and it was Epstein. And he saw kind of an outline, and it was dark, and he saw a shadow kind of hanging. He had some sort of a sharp little razor. And so he was able to cut him down, and he did chest compressions on him. He brought Epstein back to life, and he called for help. Then the guards, he was screaming for them to help. So Epstein comes to life. And in Nick's version of the story, Epstein did not want to be put on suicide watch because Nick says it's hell. Nick finds the suicide note in a book in his bunk. So Epstein had left it in a book that Nick was reading, knowing that
in Epstein's bunk or in Nick's
bunk?
In
Nick's bunk. He claims Epstein put it in there. What I'm really hoping is that what you've seen happening right now is they're taking these people and they're bringing them in front of Congress to testify under oath. Nick is willing to do that. He said he will take a lie detector test. He will do whatever he possibly is asked to prove that what he's saying is true. He says Epstein absolutely killed himself. He was he says he was the one who resuscitated him the first time, and then 2 weeks later he was in another cell when he heard it all go down, when they found his body. And so he talks about all of that in these audio clips.
So Nick thinks Epstein did kill himself.
He says absolutely. He said, and he's a good source because we tend to get caught up in the conspiracy of it all. But he's like, them not checking on guards is totally normal. Like, these people don't care about their job. It's like a really crappy prison facility. And so he's like, he knows the guards who found him, and he has personal insight into all of this.